to Backstage 360. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here at NAMM 2025, walking around, and I found these two guys. Have you ever heard of the band London? Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Nadir and Ronee are here, and I want to tell you, we have been talking and yakking away about the past, and we won't get into that. But I am so excited to see you two.
Well,
and
we're
hear
very excited to see you too.
Oh my gosh. And the stories that you probably have, but we're going to get into your music and what you guys are doing. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure for us being here and being part of your interview. Thank you.
So excited. So let's start out with how did you both get into music first off?
Ronnie.
Oh gosh, let's see. Going way back, I'd have to blame my parents for that. We're growing up in a house full of Motown and Elvis Presley. Oh yes, oh yeah, a lot of Stevie, a lot of James Brown, a lot of the Beatles came around and sort of changed my brother's a drummer, so I got very lucky. I have a drummer, I could just go jam with.
True.
But so anyways, that changed our trajectory, the Beatles coming around and put us in, of course, rock and roll,
Exactly.
So
What age were you?
at that time, gosh, let's see, I was born in 62. So
Wow. Gave it away.
So yeah, I gave it away.
I won't say anything.
So anyways, whenever we would hear, I don't really remember, we were too young, but whenever we hear the Beatles coming on the Ed Sullivan Show, we run to the TV and start air guitaring it. And so my mom said,
I'm going to get him a guitar.
I think they're gonna start playing.
And what about you, Nadir?
Well, mine is similar. The only difference is that Motown wasn't on my radar. I think it was my brother who played me the first, Black Sabbath album, and he put the needle on Sweet Leaf, and Satan came in me and said, "You will be a rocker now." And that's how it started. It really took me from just that one album, opened up to Uriah Heep, to Focus, to obviously Led Zeppelin was just all the time, but the Deep Purple bands, things like that. That was my deal from back in the day, which brought me to all the screens and all the intense,
the girls,
holds.
all the girls.
Well, the girls, you know what? I think at the time for me, I was more into hitting the notes and the presence, and I just wanted to be right. I don't know if I did get it right eventually, but for me, that's how it was. And so for me, it was a young age, and thank you, my brother Ramses, who played me that album, because he was the one that basically put the needle on it and goes, "Here."
And that's how it all began.
For me, yes. And then, everything just came together. Really, when your destiny is all set to what you're going to do, things fall in place. And people don't really believe in that. And for me, I think that as you see, you met Ronnie, and you guys have something really, really similar. It's the same thing with me and my players. I find these talented guys, and I bring them into this thing, and they all seem to come into a great, puzzle piece that you need for what I'm doing.
Okay, so
because I'm not easy.
Who was the first person between the two of you who had the London connection?
The London connection. Well, I'm the one that was from London back in '84.
Okay, with Nikki.
Not with Nikki. Nikki had already left.
Okay.
When I was in that lineup, I had Lizzie Gray.
Okay.
We had Steven Adler, and I had Izzy Stradlin.
You had Steven.
Steven and Izzy. So I got fired for a minute.
Just for a minute.
And they brought in Slash.
Oh no.
So when I got fired, they got another guy, and then Slash probably said, "Fuck all this," and left. You know what I mean? And then eventually, and then I came back to London. But the thing was that at that time, right after all that stuff that was going on, we were rehearsing at the Guitar Center in Hollywood. Now, that used to be LAX Records. So we used to rehearse in that PA area. That was all our rehearsal. We had the big studio with the big management, and we had the Circle Jerks, we had War, we had Tanya Tucker, we had all these people in this building and all that. So we had all the things going, but soon after that, Izzy went and joined Hollywood Roses, I guess, and all of that, as you can see, it transpired to what it is now.
Okay.
So that's the beginning of for me with London.
And then how did you get involved with London?
I got involved in London in 2015, and it was Nadir had
something
moved.
else.
Nadir had started to put together a Latin rock project, which was really cool, and I got tapped to do that through a friend of Nadir's, who was playing bass in that project at the time too. So we got going really good. We connected right away for one. He and I got a lot of similarities, and not just in age, but in just in how we view. We have a passion for music, and that is very, very similar. Very important too.
Right.
You got that connection with the singer and the guitar player throughout rock and roll history.
Yeah.
That and you know it when you see it. And I think we got that chemistry going on right there. And it all started with the Latin Rock Project, and we did that for a while. Beautiful music, by the way. You'll hear that. I think you're really gonna like that. And then after about a year or so, Nadir said, "Hey, why don't you check out and learn the London stuff, because I might have to have you do some of that too." So that's how that started.
Yeah, I had other players, other guitar hero type of guys, that come in and, play and all that. And sometimes things like that don't work out. And Ronee is more of a chemistry that I needed, because he's more laid back music.
He fits.
It fits for what I want.
Greasy.
Yeah.
And we got the grease.
And the shishnik, right? Yeah, we really like that, and it's with everyone, I think. Tomorrow's show at the Whiskey, we're going to be having a great lineup tomorrow. So, hopefully you can make it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So bring me up to speed with London now, present day. You guys had a
Studio album.
A CD that was just released about 6 months
we
ago.
had an album, CD album, with 10 songs in it. We did a music video for it. It's online. And it was the latest studio album since Playa del Rock, which is in 1989, yeah. So this was the first one, the one I'm leaving you. And so basically that's what we released, and then COVID fucked that up, because the release was not getting, everyone's wearing masks now. I was like, oh, great album, You're like, all right. And so things didn't go the way I wanted on that album, so we're working on another album now. And we're going to be, working on that and do another music video. But this is the latest album. I think you're going to like it.
What's it called again?
The album is called London, Call That Girl. And it was recorded in Las Vegas. And it was recorded in different areas. Also, the album has an array of... We have Mike Varney from Shrapnel Records playing guitar on there, if anybody knows who he is. But he's a great guy. And we have Teddy Andreatis on keyboards on there.
Nice.
Eric Ragno. Just an array. Chuck Wright, from Quiet Riot playing bass. So we have a mix of things going on. The album is great, but like I said, when it came out in 2019, COVID kicked us in the butt.
I think it kicked everybody.
Yeah, but we're here. We're ready to do another album, and just another great excuse to be in a studio, which is what we enjoy to do very much.
Exactly. So today, you have probably a pretty good following still from before, and you're growing.
Well, we were trying to grow within our genre. We don't play a whole lot of shows, but we do have a new following of young kids.
Yes.
We have a lot of that going on.
And why do you think that is?
What do you think the kids are following us?
Well, I think music just seems to always have this full circle going on. What you thought was long gone, all of a sudden that's new and cool again. And I think that's where we're at with hard rock and with metal, with early metal. We got these kids come to see how the old guys are doing.
Yeah. Basically,
the same things
let's
that
see if
we
he can
did.
fall. I heard he fell once. No, I'm just It's, you know what? I think that this generation sees the movie, The Decline of the Western Civilization, the metal years. They see us on stage, and then they want to see that guy right there that was in that motorhome, sticking his head out, with, you know, hanging out at Gazzari's or whatever.
God,
right.
Gazzari's.
So, you know, these kids are the only hope we have to keep this alive, because it's not going to stay alive if we get saturated by AI right now.
Exactly.
It's trying to step on our stuff right now by taking your sample and sampling your voice and basically getting Kelly to sing in any genre you could, you know?
Me?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, that's where it's
Only
going.
song I can sing is Happy Birthday, Mr. President by
Oh, there you
Marilyn
go.
Monroe.
That'll get you
That's
laid
it.
anytime. You know what I mean?
That's it. I don't sing. I don't sing or sew. There you go.
No dishes?
No dishes.
Okay.
So, what's going to be next for London? What's happening? I know you're working on a new album, right?
Yes. We're going to be going to Baja, Mexico to record it on the beach. Yeah. We're going to go down there because we're not doing it with a major label.
Okay.
These albums is my production company, Vamps
Okay.
Worldwide Media. So I'm going to have these albums basically in my hands. So this new album is going to be done down south and at a beach house, and we're just going to record
we'll
at our
manage
pace.
to record a song or two in between,
Right.
you know, laying out on
With
the
the
beach.
tequila.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I worked for the Stones back in 1994, 95. I was a project director for the Voodoo Lounge CD-ROM. And if you look at their lifestyle, if you look at their life, the great thing about the
Oh, yeah.
Stones,
Yeah.
it's the laid backness and the timing and the way you do things.
Right.
You know, they went to the Bahamas and did an album, you know, in the sand with, you know why they
Sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, you know, you know, Keith Richards on the beach, finding a little kitty, putting it in a basket, and he called him Voodoo, and it became Voodoo Lounge. You know what I mean? The band titled it like that. So it was, you know, you got to be under the right vibe.
Right.
You know, when you go into these studios, it's just too much pressure.
Right.
Hurry up and be creative,
Yeah, they're doing
or
this.
hurry up and deliver.
Yeah,
You know,
it's the
and
timing.
we're not like that. We like it
No.
laid back. We like to enjoy, have our pets, have our family. You know,
Well, where can
other things.
Where can everybody find your music?
You can get it at Apple Music. You can get it on eBay at our merchandise there. We have merchandise for London, official merchandise. And you can go on Apple, and you can go to our website, londontheband.net. That'll link you to our merchandise store.
LondonTheBand.net.
.net.
Okay, so make sure you put the band in there.
Yes.
Not London, because you might go to the European country.
Well, no, what it does is it takes you to London,
And the UK.
and then they
Yeah.
give you London, a local band from there or something.
No. Okay, London the Band.
Yes.
Okay.
.com.
Thank you so much
Thank you so
for
much,
stopping
Kelly.
by. It's been
Appreciate it.
such a pleasure talking to you guys.
Thank you.
And
Very nice.
thank you, and good luck to you.
Thank
Much
you.
success. And thank you for watching Backstage 360.
Thank you, Backstage 360.
more-
Thank you for having us. Thank you, brother.
We're going to do something real quick, but don't go away.
All right.
Don't go away. And you don't go away, because we got more interviews coming up. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Hi, Kelly Bennett here with Backstage 360. We are at NAMM 2025 at the JBL 8KG booth. And who did I run into but Jason Malletman Taylor? He is here in the house. How you doing?
Hey, Kelly Bennett, you are an inspiration to me. And it's a pleasure to be out here in Anaheim at this beautiful NAMM Convention 2025. And I'm doing fine.
Fabulous. Now, I see you've got some mallets in your hand, and I know what instrument you play, but tell us a little bit about quickly how you got started and why mallets and the vibraphone?
Well, I was inspired by the late great legend Lionel Hampton. My mom actually presented it to me when I was a little kid, and I was curious. You know, back then we didn't push a button or ask Siri. You know, hey, who's Lionel Hampton? You know, we didn't just push a button. We had to think. We had to use our mind, better known as the medulla, the cerebellum, and the cerebrum. That makes the mind. You know, that's the scientific level. But long story short, I was curious at about 12, 13 years old. And during that time, the Motown sound was hot. Everybody was into the Supremes and the Diana Ross. And when they seen a little kid like me, interested in Lionel Hampton, like, why are you interested in an old senior citizen, man, old man? And that became my journey. And he played an instrument called the vibraphone.
Okay.
And when you play the vibraphone, you have to use mallets.
Right.
And that's where the mallet world comes into play.
Okay. And is that how you got the Malletman acronym?
Well, actually, when I was going to college in Berkeley for a minute, Branford Marcellus, the famous saxophone player, and Kenny Kirkland, and they used to run into me, and I was in the bathroom, and go to the bathroom, and I don't mean to talk that way, but I'm just saying that I walked around with my mallets every place I went. And when I walked around with them, after a while, they used to call me as a joke, Mallet Head.
Oh.
They said, hey, Mallet Head, what's up, baby? And it was a joke to them, But after a while, they caught on to it, and then they started calling me Mallet. And then from there, it became Malletman. You know how a nickname develops.
Okay.
And then I said, you know what? That's kind of sticking. So then I started working on it, and one thing led to the next, and here I am.
Well, okay, Malletman. I want to talk to you about the actual vibraphone, because it's not like having a guitar or a saxophone or a flute and you can just walk around with it. This thing is heavy and it's big, right?
It is.
So tell me about how you go about playing in a concert or touring or whatever. What is it that you do? It's not like you put it in the back of your truck, right?
Well, every mallet player does it differently. Some of them have a van and they just roll it out, boom, and they take it out the truck and they roll it in and it's showtime, But in my case, because I was a roadie for Lionel Hampton for so many years, I was responsible for setting up and breaking down his vibraphone and drums. So after a while, setting up and breaking down his vibraphone, I got so used to the routine that it got me in shape.
Okay.
It got me focused. And then all of a sudden, once over a period of time, I broke out on my own. Even though I'm an artist now, and every once in a while my representatives will help me set it up and break it down, I do set it up and break it down myself,
And so you've grown to do that, and you are now in Vegas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, so many blessings, And as we interview, I always try to tell people, listen, you could do anything that you want to do. If you stay focused, stay away from distractions, and you put your mind to it. In today's world in America, there's too many distractions. Everybody goes left and right. So I'm not preaching, but I'm just giving words of wisdom as I go through this, all right? So now, you asked me.
We were talking about Vegas.
The Vegas, yeah. I got blessed with the opportunity to sign a contract with a residency. I signed a residency with the #1 hotel in all of Nevada right now, currently known as the Fontainebleau. And I think you've been there.
I was there for your opening night.
That's right. I had to kind of throw a curveball just in case. So I re-signed. I signed on for another year. And I'm in Vegas, and it inspired me to the point that people need to hear me.
Yeah.
People need to really hear me.
Yeah.
So now we just put together a live in concert, first time ever in Las Vegas, on Valentine's weekend, February 13th.
Going into that.
February 13th. And it's tickets on sale, the Notoriety. They can go to the notoriety.com website, and tickets on sale. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's in a theater setting, and I'm going to give you my all.
Wow.
I'm going to give you the Lionel Hampton side of me through my protege. Through me being his protege, and I'm going to give you me, the Malletman.
So this is going to be this year. It's a pre-Valentine's Day show, and it's a place called the Notoriety Live.
The Notoriety Live.
Yeah, they're right off of Fremont Street. And it's just going to be you, right?
No, my whole band.
Well, I meant you and your band, no other bands before or bands after.
No, this is in concert, and special guest will be MarQue Munday. MarQue Munday was a Rockette, and she's a famous vocalist and a great vocalist, and she's going to be my special guest with her girls singing with the show. So it's a 90-minute show, and you're going to get Malletman at his best.
Nice. Well, we're going to put the website up so people can take a look at where they can get tickets. If you're in the Vegas area, definitely check them out. What else is coming up for you?
Well, the residency, we just re-signed at the Fontainebleau. So you can come there. I'm going to be there for a whole year. But it's like four nights. We're starting second quarter. So I think they're starting off in April. And every month or every other month, I'm there as part of a group of 5 other residents. Oh, she's coughing. We're talking and she's coughing. Well, you smoke cigarettes? But other than that, yeah, the Fontaine Blue, and this is a doubleheader. So I guarantee you, if you come to this live concert, that's going to knock the socks off you. And then after that, you can follow the website for other opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like playing there, and what's the audience like? Because the room is called the Nowhere Room, right?
Right.
So make sure you go to the Nowhere Room because
Nowhere Lounge.
Nowhere Lounge. Sorry. What is it like playing there with the audience? Any exciting stories to tell, or anybody that you've met that was kind of fun?
You know, it's so the room itself identifies.
Yeah.
You know, they called it the Nowhere Lounge, which I didn't even understand. Nobody understand. Why would you go to a Nowhere Lounge? What's the purpose of it? But it's a great title because it's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a jazz room. So
Well, it reminds me of your genre, actually, because this man wears a zoot suit, kind of like, and the brightest colors ever. And everybody else is dressed the same, too,
That's
in
true.
your
Yeah,
band.
Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, you helped me to pull right into it. Yeah, it's kind of like bring you back to like the 40s.
Yeah.
You know, the 30s and the 40s, late 30s, early 40s, where people dressed. It's important to understand that, you know, in order to keep ourselves together, my opinion, in music, you should concentrate on, you know, coming dressed. You know, I mean, the mature people, I'm not saying who's mature, who's not, but it's a beautiful feeling to be able to go out to dinner or go out to the nice show and to be dressed, the men in a nice suit.
The whole package.
The whole package. Women used to wear stockings.
Stockings.
And heels. And, you know, men used to wear, you know, cufflinks.
Yeah.
And ties with clips. You know, where did all that go? We need that back.
Yeah.
And because of how I present me living with, when I lived with Lionel Hampton, I learned a lot from them. These guys were dressed. Sammy Davis Jr., I was with Frank Sinatra, all these guys, they had their shirts starched. They had their manicure. So I picked up from that. But during my journey, I always enjoyed that zoot suit kind of feel.
Oh, it's beautiful. I was hoping that you were going to show up in one, but...
Oh, today? No. I'm an undercover lover today, you know. I had to, you know, get the little mallet, and I used to endorse for Under Armour. I mean, they sponsored me. So pretty much I just...
Well, we're looking forward to the show, February 13th at the Notoriety Live. It sounds exciting.
Special guest MarQue Munday.
Yeah, and your band. So make sure you get tickets. Make sure you write that date down in your calendar. And thank you so much.
And also, I'm honored to be an artist for AKG JBL as well.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you to AKG. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. We will see you in Vegas.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, 360 Magazine, because they are the hottest. Everybody, pull it up, baby, because Malletman's in the house.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. We're coming up with more interviews, so don't go away. Hi, Kelly Bennett here with Backstage 360. We are at NAMM 2025 in Anaheim, California at the beautiful JBL AKG booth. And this woman came up and I thought we need to talk to her. Her name is MarQue Munday. And she has got quite the story. MarQue, so nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you too, and thank you so much for this time.
Oh, you are so welcome. Now, I was told something about a Rockette story of some sort, so back it up a little bit and tell me, how did you, I mean, you obviously are a dancer.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so tell me about
retired,
that.
but yes. I was a dancer from a childhood, from 3, and was fortunate enough to do an audition for the Radio City Music Hall Rockettes, and I was hired in 1992 as the second African-American woman to dance on the Radio City Music Hall stage.
Wow. So you must have some gorgeous legs.
I'm trying to hold on to them, yes. Thank you.
So from there, you retired from dancing. Then what?
Well, I still choreograph. I still do move in shows, you know, so dance is relative in movement, and I continue now to sing.
That's right.
Yeah.
You are a vocalist, and so tell me about your music.
Well, I love my contemporary Christian music, but I do sing a lot of disco, which is Donna Summer, and I love our Motown music. So I do a lot of shows doing Motown as well.
Nice. And you are going to be featured at Jason Malletman Taylor's concert coming up in Vegas. Tell me about that.
That's just a wonderful opportunity. I'm so very thankful to be working with Jason, the protege of Lionel Hampton, of course. And I have an opportunity to actually stretch a little bit, do some jazz, some blues, as well as some contemporary R&B.
What stirs you? What gets you going as a singer?
As a singer, music, it comes from the soul. It always moves you. It relates to your emotions every day. So if you're in a bad mood, put on some music. You'll always feel better after that. Right. And of course, I love the Lord, so I sing my contemporary Christian music. I have a CD called Partner in Life.
Oh, I was just going to ask you about any kind of records or albums that are out there right now. Can you say that again or any more?
Sure. Partner in Life is a contemporary Christian CD, and it's all about our connection to God in our lives. So a woman's, especially, I speak to the women, for us to have our relationship with God first, because if we have a great relationship with God, then the rest of our relationships actually will work out.
Sweet. Where can people find that?
You can find me on iTunes, Spotify, all of the social media platforms, as well as my website, MarQueMunday.com.
Wow. And that's MarQue, Marquee.
And Monday with a U.
Monday, Munday. That's an interesting name. I love that. How did you come up with Marquee?
Honestly, that was the last name of the family that my father worked for when he first left Virginia and went to New York. So he was there, we'll call him a household technician, because he did everything for them. And when I was born, I was able to meet this family. They were friends with Heinz of Heinz Ketchup, the Kennedys. So we understand, that history line. But their home, they had a piano. And that was the first time I saw a piano and actually got to plunk on it. And so I did get to know them quite well. They lived until I was about a teenager. And when I decided to go into show business, I figured, I think that would
the
be
Rockettes.
Well, we can say the Rockettes as well, yes, but in a general sense, yes.
Okay, so now that we've mentioned the Rockettes again, I have to ask you, seriously, those kicks.
Yes.
I mean, all of you in line kicking. Was there any kind of funny stories that you have in regards
Well, there are a couple of things that now, as history has taken it, we weren't allowed to say these things before, but because
don't tell anybody.
We're 100 years old this year. Okay, we're celebrating 100 years, and I high kick. So it's not a can kick; it's an I high kick, which is different from a can kick, because can is a 6 o'clock. Or 12 to 6, And then as well, we have our taller girls in the center and our shorter girls on the end, giving you the illusion that we're all the same height, the same size.
Oh, man.
It's an illusion.
Oh, wow. Disney does that.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I think they got it from us, though.
Yeah.
We're the oldest precision dance troupe in the world.
Are you guys wearing nylons?
We do. Yes, we do. They're not technically nylon, not stockings, but tights. Yes.
Tights.
Yes, absolutely.
Any fun stories that you can tell traveling around the world with these ladies?
Oh my gosh. Well, another fun little faux pas is when you see us kicking, we are not touching each other, so don't think we're holding on.
No.
We're all standalone.
Did you know that?
Yes.
I didn't know that. You all look like you're arm in arm.
I know it. More illusion for you. And, well, I can say that it's being in the sisterhood, because we are a sisterhood, is the most amazing. They are the most amazing women, business-wise and performance talent-wise.
Do you all get together on reunions and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We have our alumni, we do meetings, and of course we're celebrating the 100th this year.
And do you all kick?
No, most of us just passe at this point. I will still kick every once in a while.
Oh my gosh. That should be so much fun. Well, I'm so excited for your singing career. What's next? I mean, after, you're going to be doing anything else?
I do. I do have a band of my own called No Limit, and we will be doing something in Vegas in April. I work with a group called Radiance, and we do a tribute to Motown and R&B. I sing with a group called Ladies of Motown. We do a tribute to R&B and Motown, and now just recently I've just joined the Kings and Queens of Motown. So I've got a lot of Motown going
You're
on.
just a Motown girl.
Motown. That's it. Motor City, right? Let's keep it moving.
Oh my gosh, and you probably have the costumes to go along with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I got to come to one of those. Well, you heard it right here. She's going to be performing with Jason Malletman Taylor at the Notoriety on February 13th. Go see her there, and definitely check her out on social media at MarQue Munday, and look for her music, and try to check out one of those shows.
Be there. February 13th, Notoriety, the Rehnquist Heinz Theater, downtown Las Vegas.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so excited for you. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more interviews. We'll be right back.